this up for future use as well. Okay, so we want to imagine like a stream or a river. Yeah? Now, the current is taking the water down the river. Yeah? And what happens is the water is always going to travel in the most direct route possible down the stream. Yeah? So if you have nothing in the water just goes straight. What happens when you put a plank of wood in the stream like this? What happens to the water? It goes around, right? It diverts. So as soon as it hits the plank, it goes out. And then converges around it. Yeah? So it goes here, it gets diverted either left or right. Can you influence which way it gets diverted if you've got the plank? How? Angle. Right, so if I put the plank in flat, the water hits the plank, and which way does it go? If I put it in perfectly straight, which way does the water go? 50-50. Half the water goes this way, half the water goes that way. How do I angle it so that, how do I influence the water to go a particular way, the way that I want it to go?
You point it on the face to that direction.
I point it at a slight angle. So if I want the water to hit the plank and go that way, then I need to angle it slightly this way. If I want it to go this way, then I want to angle it slightly the other way. Right? Now, basically the movement with our partner is like that current. So she's walking, she's going to go straight down the current. 1, 2, 3. What's happened here is a diversion. Yeah? The diversion should happen when we get a plank in the middle of the current. If there's no plank, nothing stopping, there shouldn't be a diversion. Yeah? Now, if you're diverting here, girls, without a contra from the boy, if this is your automatic thing, yeah, then what we're doing is we're anticipating is sometimes a bad word, sometimes it's a good word. Today, it can be a good or a bad word. So we're talking about a diversion here. You're anticipating a diversion by doing this automatically. Are any of the girls automatically doing this when they come through? 1, 2, 3. Regardless of whether it's an inside turn or a normal. Is anyone aware of this? Now, I know this is going to be hard to not be aware of it right now because we just spoke about it. 1, 2, 3. Is there a diversion? Did I contra, boys? Boys, you let me know if I contra, if I over contra, right? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm going to scrub you. Okay. 1, 2.
I think maybe your contra's not as big.
That wasn't a contra. It looked like a contra.
It's just normal.
1, 2, 3. A very slight diversion there.
Yeah.
1, 2. Now you're one that doesn't divert regardless, even though that time I did give a contra, the diversion was the same regardless of the contra or not. Okay, so why is it a common thing for girls to automatically divert slightly? Even when I'm not giving her a contra?
Most of the time that's going with the move. It's very rare that you probably just go straight through or straight across.
Why else?
Also, it's very, so if your foot goes and your weight goes down a little bit.
We're having that turn out.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's
Just have your
natural turn out.
Okay, so remember when we started talking about dancing on the tightrope? Yeah, and we talked about this natural turn up on the basic step anyway. Yeah, and we don't want this turn in, yeah, because it doesn't look very good. Yeah, we want this turn out anyway. So this is why that happens for some people. Yeah. What's the other reason? Can anyone think of the other reason why that diversion or that angling, the diversion would happen? All right. So say if I'm just doing it on my own with no partner, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1.
You're not anticipating it because you know what you're going to do
6,
next.
7, 1. I'm not anticipating. 5, 6, 7. It's to do with the flow of the timing. Salsa, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3, and 7 are effectively what?
Longer.
Longer, or another word for it, or another example of what it is.
Slow.
Slower.
Something kind of happens on trains.
When transfer happens, yeah. When we first learn it, it's a stop. So it could be any of these things. It's definitely not equal to the 1 and 2 though, right? Yeah, so we have a difference in the time. So we go 1, 2, 3, as opposed to 1, 2, 3. Because we need that count to be slower. We need to be more stable. Yeah? Just then what I did, 1, 2, 3, I find myself trying to balance here. You know, we talk about this T, yeah? And I talk about how this is a more stable position because you're supported that way and you're supported this way. Yeah? But when we do this, I'm supported this way, but I'm not supported this way. So when we do this 1, 2, 3, almost fell over just then. Yeah? It's very hard to stay balanced like this. Yeah? So this naturally your tendency will be, consciously or subconsciously, naturally your tendency will be to divert slightly because of that pause, that slow down. 1, 2, I have to slow down, make sure I'm stable. If you go 1, 2, 3, you find 5, 6, 7. Yeah?